Hey everyone, how you doing, man? It's John Taylor. I'm on my news desk and prop trading desk for today. Today is Friday, November 21st, 2025. A lot of exciting news going on. Stock market's going to open up here in about 20 minutes. Got a Friday video here going into the weekend. A lot of news going on. We got to go over geopolitics and then socioeconomics. Do me a favor, give my video a like and a share. And please subscribe to my channel. Thanks. My channel is getting a lot of traction. So let's see what's being reported today first on the economic counter real quick. Today, all right, let's see. All right. New York Fed, a lot of Fed speak, Governor, Reserve, okay, Dallas Fed, Boston Fed. Okay, on 9:45, got S&P flash US PMI numbers, and then consumer, and then wholesale inventories today. So going into the weekend, a lot of news though, political strife, and then, boy, my goodness. So let's see what's being reported first on bar chart. S&P futures are up, crude oil kind of bearish. VIX is up at 25.27. Gold is pumping again. So S&P futures climb on Fed rate cut hopes. Is the Federal Reserve going to lower interest rates to save the day? U.S. PMI data in focus today. U.S. futures quickly pivot to gain, but Wall Street may still suffer after, a tough week. France moves against Musk, Grok chatbot after Holocaust denial claims. OpenAI and Taiwan's Foxconn to partner in AI hardware design in manufacturing. So artificial intelligence trade, AI trade, is still on. And is Wall Street predicting new, Wall Street analysts, look at this, and look at the DoorDash stock, talking about it. Meta platforms, should you buy the double dip on Dell stock? And Walmart is getting a new CEO. So this is the headlines on bar chart. Stay with me to the end. I give you a free bonus, giving you some free alpha. S&P 500 futures, 15 minutes to the open, up. The E-minis up 32 points. The NASDAQ 100 up 100 points. Dow futures up 250 points. The VIX 22.10. The Dixie at 100. The U.S. dollar has been strong recently, and that's the reason that's causing probably the dippy dip in the cryptocurrencies. With the U.S. dollar being strength driven recently, and then also precious metals complex is looking good. Crude oil, the 10-year, look at the 10 years ticking up at 113-090. Crude oil at $58 off a dollar. Nat gas at 4.69. Gold, 4,078 up 18 points. Silver bullion, I've been a seller. Got thousands of these that I'm selling, online. I got an eBay account, and they're trading really well, hyperinflated. So the precious metal complex has been incredible. Talking about Peter Schiff recently. So that's what's being reported on the major markets. Now the stock market leaders, let's look at these. NVIDIA, Tesla, Google. Google's amazing. Microsoft, Advanced Micro Devices, MicroStrategy's off again at $177 a share or less. Palantir's dipping. Google, Alphabet C, Meta Platforms, and Micron Technologies. Let's see what MicroStrategy's doing in the pre-market. Been covering it recently. Strong sell. Man, 100% downtrend. It's down again to 100 this morning at $173, $174 a share. Is it time to purchase MicroStrategy? Or is MicroStrategy, their dividend and debt has been recently been in the news saying, can they pay a dividend or declare a dividend? So that's what we have on bar chart. So this news is something else. I own some MicroStrategy stock shares through an ETF, that's in the blockchain space. But this is the major news on bar chart. Now let's look what's being reported on Yahoo Finance. Wall Street doesn't agree with the Main Street about NVIDIA. NVIDIA's continued success and industry's lopsided victories can still raise AI skepticism. Is AI bubble here? Stock futures rise as rate cuts increase. So Wall Street thinks the Fed's going to save the day and lower interest rates. Meet the companies that are trying to break China's grip on rare earths. So rare earth metals, and Bitcoin has for its worst month since the crypto collapse of 2022. Bitcoin off another 7-8%. Trump lifts tariffs on Brazilian beef, coffee, in a bid to tackle prices. So coffee is, man. So we got geopolitics with Brazil, cattle. GOP awaits Trump's direction on healthcare and subsidiary spike loans. Traders search for clues behind the biggest S&P reversal since April. NVIDIA and Bitcoin. That's the narrative. Fed Williams sees room for rate cuts in near term. So that's going to lower interest rate. So big tech's AI-driven debt binge is worrying investors. News on Oracle and NVIDIA, of course. Analyst bioshares, Adaptis bioshares tumble after leak fight with GSK over medicine. Fed's Jefferson AI-related stock gains unlikely to be a dot-com boom replay. I think it will be a dot-com replay. It's just that it might take, another 5 or 10 years. Ukraine, European allies reject key parts of the U.S.-Russia plan. U.S. equity funds attract fifth straight weekly inflow amid robust earnings and results. The yen carry forward trade gets a lift as verbal intervention picks up. Dollar heads for a weekly rise. Dollar's been strong. So that's the reason that Bitcoin probably is rolling over. And Chinese leather goods maker explores semiconductor firm buyout. So this is what's being reported on Yahoo Finance. Markets are falling despite NVIDIA earnings beat and earnings new economic indicator. Trending stocks, companies like SoftBank, Samsung, and Taiwan Semiconductor see Taiwan Semiconductor TSMC hit by AI sell-off. So is it time to purchase Taiwan Semiconductor? So stocks in the news, big gainers. Pax Group, 𝐿𝐼 and 𝐓𝐇𝐈𝐒 is up. Got a long history years ago back in Pennsylvania with 𝐿𝐼 and 𝐓𝐇𝐈𝐒. The stock symbol's KLIC. So that's the news on Yahoo Finance. Again, stay with me to the end. I'm going to give you some free alpha. I'm going to go over my trading plan for today. But let's look at on bar chart on AI stocks real quick here. Let's see what stocks are trading that are profitable, that are trading at a discount to book or have the biggest downtrend. All right, so Baidu trading at book value, profitable. Shutterstock, profitable company. Intel, it's not profitable though. Let's see what else is profitable. Alibaba is profitable, trading at 2.5 times book. So I'll give you some free alpha here. EPAM Systems, profitable company. Sprinkler, SPRINKLR, Class A shares, stock symbol CXM, trading at 3 times book, profitable company. Salesforce is profitable, 3.5 times book. Micron Technologies is profitable. Accenture, trading at 5 times book value. Upstart Inc., a not profitable company though. Advanced Micro Devices trading at 6 times book and profitable company. But let's look at the AI stocks that have the strongest downtrend that are profitable. That would be Adobe Systems stock, but it's trading at 11 times book. Sprinkler, big downtrend. What else? Microsoft's an AI company trading at 10 times book, big strong downtrend. Iron Mountain, profitable company. Salesforce, SoundHound, it's not profitable though. Accenture, I like that. So, those are the AI stocks, the artificial intelligence. And then let's look at crypto stocks. Cryptocurrency companies, their stock shares have been amazing. Check out the links below. Please give my video a like and a share, and thanks for staying with me. I appreciate it. Let's get the word out. All right, so looking at who's profitable. Bit Digital, trading at less than book value, big downtrend. Time to buy Bit Digital. Bit Mining, trading at less than book, profitable company. Mara Holdings, big downtrend, trading at less than book. Strategy is not profitable, but trading at book value. There's questions about Michael Saylor related to MicroStrategy and can they continue to issue bonds and pay a dividend if ever. Canon, CANAAN, stock symbol CAN. They're not profitable, but big downtrend, trading at book. Who else? Riot Platforms, profitable company, big downtrend, trading at 1.5 times book. Block Inc., all right, profitable. Who else? Hut 8. I own stock shares in fair disclosure in most of these companies that I mentioned. And I have to say this too, I'm not a financial advisor. I used to be a financial advisor. This is opinion only, so make sure you read my risk disclosures there. Bitfarms, that's not profitable. PayPal, big downtrend, trading at 3 times book. BlackRock, CME Group, Coinbase, profitable company, trading at 4 times book. So that's what I have. And then I'm kind of looking, let's look at the pre-market here. Market's going to open up in about 8 minutes. And I also look at the geopolitics. Let's see what CNN is reporting this morning. I look at both sides. So, okay. So Tanzania, CNN show, man, protesters, and this is on CNN, government case against Chicago, and wow. After high profile, Trump seizes on a new feud, and Trump's doing a great job. Dems are warning about Trump giving illegal orders, and talking about sedition, the Sedition Act type thing, and, martial law possibly. I mean, it's tough. A lot of protesting going on in the U.S., and, the constitutional republic is, at Sean Diddy Combs, news on Diddy. So we got Diddy, and then who else? Let's look at the right on Fox News. See what Fox News is reporting. Sometimes the news is bad. You can't even report on it because it's not PC. Conservative activist, Manhattan DA admits error. And what else here? Crisis, different crisis. CDC makes stunning reversal on the thing we can't talk about. Like here, I didn't take the V. Say cheerleaders and park rangers track down. Okay, wolves are in Yellowstone. Okay, a lot of news. So, man, Jelly Roll, clean shaven look after major weight loss on Grammy nominations. So Jelly Roll, looking good, getting fit, shedding the weight. If it's white, don't eat it. That's my diet advice. Do some Tai Chi walking and mobility exercises every day. Deep breathing, breathe in. You check out my new hat too. I got a Bentley hat. Special thanks to Hallman Motor Cars. They're doing great work there in Fort Lauderdale. I was checking out a mega yacht here a couple days ago at the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. So here's what we have today. Bitcoin tanking. Bitcoin dipped this morning at around 7:25 this morning, was at 80,845. The last month, Bitcoin is off about 23% in the last month. In the last week alone, Bitcoin has dipped 12%. And then the last 3 months, Bitcoin is off about 27%. So it's the big fake out. So Bitcoin, I've been in Bitcoin for over 10 years. And so I've had 4 times, I believe, for Bitcoin position for myself has gone against me 90% 3 times. So last time was last year when Bitcoin dipped. I think it dipped to 73,000 and my average cost basis was 77,000. So now, my average cost basis in Bitcoin, is like, I'm no longer profitable like many people, but I continue to DCA it. So I have an allocation to Bitcoin. So I own it. It could go to 0, but I always focus on 2 things. One, asymmetric risk. My speculation can only go to 0 in Bitcoin. It's off 7,000 points, 8% dip. Oh my goodness. So Bitcoin this morning was 80,537. So how low can Bitcoin go? So, there's not much supply of Bitcoin because it's minted at 21 million rather, strike that. So in order for the marketplace to accumulate Bitcoin, it's going to wash out all of the margin players. So you people, I tip my hat to all you margin players in Bitcoin. Let's look at Bitcoin and then Ethereum, ETH. I own ETH, not a financial advisor. ETH dipped to 2,600. So let's see, XRP's active, off 9%. I own Ripple. I'll buy the dip. I purchased DCA, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. I own Solana, and then looking at a lot of the different cryptos. Let's see the top movers this morning. Is anything? Dog with hat, trader with hat. Check this out, right? Moondeg off 17%. Popcat. A lot of the, this is the fake out. So, think about, I kind of look out into the future in Q1 of 2026. It's going to be epic what we see in the crypto space for the altcoin season. So we're going into altcoin season. So Bitcoin brings down everything like this with a big dip, and then Ethereum and XRP and Solana, and then all the meme tokens dip, and then after that's all done, and then all the margin is removed from the market. I'm anticipating, this is free alpha, guys. I'm anticipating an incredible altcoin season in January, February, and March of 2026. So we've only got, say December, January, February, March, April. So the next 5 months, expect some incredible price action, especially in the altcoins, in the meme tokens. So we shall see. But I DCA Bitcoin twice a month, and I'll do so on the 15th. I did it, and then on the 1st. So that's coming up in about 10 days or so. So here we go. Let's look at, here I'm taking a look at this on Bitcoin. It's tanking. So how low, I'd like to see, in a perfect world, I'd like to see a 50% dip on Bitcoin off of its all-time high. So what is 50% of 125,000? In a perfect world, and I know I get some pushback on this one, but I'd like to see Bitcoin dip to 40,000. Then I'm able to scoop it up, bring the whole house down with it, the dip, and then I'm able to accumulate. See, I don't trade on the margin. So my my average cost on Bitcoin is about 93,700. So it can only, I'm no longer profitable. I'm off about 10,000 points in Bitcoin. So, the processing those emotions is tough. So my last DCA on the 15th, I purchased Bitcoin at 96,755, and it's now at 83,000. So you're not alone. If you're DCAing Bitcoin, most people are no longer profitable. But this is where the margin players, man, when they experience a margin. All right, the stock market's open here. Running a little longer, about 20 minutes today. We got a lot to go over. But okay, stock market opens up, ding, ding, ding. Let's take a look at MicroStrategy, just to see how MicroStrategy's trading in pre-market. Man, MicroStrategy's catching a bid this morning at $178 a share. So I'll continue to DCA it. I've opened up a position in strategy, and I purchased some, here. I've just started DCAing in the last couple days. It's off. Strategy is off like over 50%, 66, about 67% for the year. So I'm just starting to accumulate some strategy, and it's looking good this morning, pumping, catching a bid. And so MicroStrategy for pure stock speculation, asymmetric risk, guys, no stop orders, no margin. So free alpha, not financial advice, informational purposes only. I'm starting to nibble a little bit on some MicroStrategy. Now my last play that I gave in the stock picks was the Brazilian ETF. When Brazil market went 100% strong downtrend, that's worked out real well. So now MicroStrategy, again, MicroStrategy could go to zero. I mean, they go bankrupt. So you never know. Brazil market, a lot of news with it. They're lowering tariffs to help the cost of coffee and beef and everything with the commodity prices, and rare earth metals, and Taiwan semiconductor. And there's news, about the Ukraine and the war, peace in the Middle East type of thing. So we're kind of focusing on it. And then let's look at, what's going on here with my last pick that I gave everyone was the Brazil ETF. When the stock market in Brazil went in the same condition that MicroStrategy is in right now, where it dipped like this, where the narrative was sell first and ask questions later. In Brazil, the stock symbol for that one was the Brazil shares is EWZ. Now those stock shares, I had given you free alpha on it, and it was like, let's see where it was at. It tanked to, it was down to $20 a share or something, and I started accumulating it. So my next pick is a highly speculative free alpha, is the purchase of strategy or MicroStrategy. So with that, that's really what I have for today. You kind of look at what's being reported here in the markets. Kind of look at another research report here. Thanks for staying with me. Again, you get the free alpha. Futures point to a higher open as market looks to rebound, on briefing.com. Fair value's up 34. Stock market's open about 5 minutes. NASDAQ futures plus 99 points. Stock market's now on track for a higher open after Fed president said in the speech that he sees room for a near-term adjustment to Fed funds, and they're going to lower interest rates. So the Fed will save the day. They're going to try to defend the dollar, and I don't know if it's going to work. But so while the pre-market gainers are encouraging stock trading, hired yesterday in response to NVIDIA earnings before a sharp reversal took effect, making the market's ability to maintain today's advance a crucial test of market direction. So we shall see. We shall see. So MicroStrategy, I'm in there, and I'll start DCAing it. And the last pick I had, like I was saying, was the Brazil. You can look back in my previous videos where Brazil market, it was tanking last year, and so I accumulated it. And so strategies in the same condition, I always look at opening a position. I don't look at the technical analysis. Whenever it's 100% strong downtrend on bar chart, and in the top 1 percentile. That means everyone is selling and the margin calls have been met. So, and there's a lot of potential social unrest here in the good old US of A. You know, they've been sending in the National Guard and everything to different cities here in the good old US of A. So amazing process there. Strategy, it's my number one stock pick for a highly speculative account. Bitcoin trying to pivot to go back up. See the major Meta said to go into power trading to fuel AI energy needs. So there's news on Meta with AI and energy. A lot of process going on with the alternative energy sources for the AI. And you can check out the links below. I just penned an ebook on Agentic AI. Microsoft and Oracle are the only two companies still in the S&P 500's top 25 since 2000. Stocks, Bitcoin, the rate cut odds jump. SPY is up. Tesla versus Google, the self-driving cars, trillions are at stake. Alphabet, Welltower, and consumer cyclical stocks on CNBC's final trade. Starbucks and Google. Tesla in the news again. Alibaba. Alibaba, Tesla's news. Snap. Insider has sold shares in Snap. It's up 1%. Wow. Netflix news on Netflix, and Microsoft again, and Starbucks, and Apple Computer. So just looking at these news stories, Berkshire Hathaway's up a bit. So Ford, news on Ford. Disney's up a bit. Bank of America. Goldman Sachs and Bank of America see gold reaching 5,000 by the end of 2026. So gold remains, that's why I own these here. Thousands of these things. These silver bullion coins. You can see these things are amazing. 0.999 silver bullion. So, you know, that's what I own. I like owning tangible assets. My block ETF, Amplified Blockchain Technology ETF, is catching a bid this morning. So I own it. I'll continue the DCA. It owns Strategy. Companies like Robinhood Markets, Galaxy Digital, Hut8, Coinbase, Cipher Mining, IBM, CleanSpark, NU, and then TeraWulf. How is Robinhood Markets doing this morning? I like Robinhood. I've used them for years and I own their stock too. Robinhood's catching a bid this morning. So it's doing all right. Robinhood's up. Galaxy Digital. You know, Galaxy Digital's been active. Stock's up, you know, fractionally this morning. Galaxy Digital. Thanks for staying with me. Trying to, let's see, Hut8. I own stock shares in Hut8. The stock symbol's Hut, H-U-T. Just amazing. Hut8 up. Here we go. So everything to me is like precious metals. I own real estate, precious metals, fine art, automobiles, you know, getting out of the dollar, Cipher Mining, CIFR. Cipher Mining stock shares are up. Let's see, IBM, CleanSpark, CLSK. CleanSpark's doing well, all right. So these are all the digital mining stocks, and then TeraWulf, stock symbol Wolf, WUL. What is it? What's the symbol on that? WULF, up nicely in pre-market. So TeraWulf, all these stock shares are in the tech space, AI, the artificial intelligence, you know, quantum computing. Had a banner year in it. Looking at blockchain ETF, BKCH, doing great this morning, up in the pre-market. So we've had the Iron Limited, Coinbase, Bitmine, Immersion Technologies, Applied Digital, TeraWulf, Cipher Mining, Hut8, Galaxy Digital, Core Scientific, Riot Platforms, you know, a bit far out there in the conspiracy theory. Who knows? Perhaps the Earth is, flat Earth. You never know. So with that, check it out, everyone. Have an awesome, great day. Tip my new Bentley hat to you. It's John Taylor on his news desk and prop trading desk. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Have a super wonderful day. And I say this every day to myself. I give thanks for my abundant supply now manifested. I have it now. And remember to always invest in yourself. To thine own self be true. With that, everyone, running about 30 minutes today. Give a like and a share. Please subscribe to my channel. MicroStrategy. Shh. Let's see if it catches a bed.